Wonderful, wonderful.
This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA Holes!
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes.
No way.
From the Aunt and Uncle Studios of Arizona, Israel Adesanya's checked it out Jan Blachowicz's ass. Jon Jones not too happy about it. Anderson Silva retires, gets smashed. We're going to recap MMA news with the MMA Holes. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Hello, friends, family, MMA Holes. If you notice our eyes go this way while the stream is going, that's because my 1-6 New York Giants, Jesse's, your Giants too? We're still there?
Where have you been for the last
Well, I'm
3
saying
years?
it's 1-6. You might want to go to the Seahawks, who I think they're 6-1. Yeah, the Giants are playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're winning 14-9 over the Tom Brady's. Okay, so I'm going to be looking over there every once in a while, but this is an MMA show. Anderson Silva has retired, and he got completely annihilated in the 4th round by a Uriah Hall. Looked good in the beginning of the fight. In fact, I was like, wait, maybe this is going to be a little competitive. He actually looked like fast, he looked powerful, looked like he had a little, little spider left in him.
Oomph.
And then, just kidding. He's dead. A lot of respect between the two guys, and some questions because the UFC, Dana White says that's it. He's not going to be in the UFC anymore. But Anderson really kind of left the door open. So I guess the big question is, will he fight in another promotion? Do you want to see him fight in another promotion? What do you take out of that, JBH?
I say he's done, Moss, and maybe don't move on to any other promotions.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, will he?
I'm telling you, Moss, we need a new quarterback.
Yeah, you had him. Let's kick that ball. 14-9 Giants.
What a joke.
So Tom Brady. Fuck! Why are we watching? Why is this on over here? And just help me out, for God's sakes. I can't be the glue constantly.
Anderson Silva should not move on to any organizations.
I tell you, Tom Brady, man, on Saturday, wow, can't believe he retired. Fucking A. How many people are actually watching the football game and simultasking right now? It's Monday. It's Monday Night Football, for God's sakes.
Don't watch it.
Yeah, he does suck, Tom Brady. That's correct. So where were we?
Anderson Silva.
Yeah, I don't want to see him fight again. I like the Spider, and just to see a guy compete, who are we to say for an athlete to retire? It really isn't our place to say it. And if he wants to make money, go for it. It's just, as a selfish fan, I don't know if I really would like to see it. The one thing maybe I wouldn't mind is this. Okay, I like Anderson Silva. Just UFC, done, that's it, yada, yada, yada. I don't hate a third fight. Now, I don't know if you know where I'm going to be going with this, Jesse. A third fight, I don't hate. Not under the UFC promotion, but under Bellator, against a retired Chael Sonnen. I wouldn't mind it. I would not mind it. I don't know why. I think because, no, I do know why. It's what got me into this sport. Chael Sonnen and Anderson Silva was something that fired me up. The first fight was completely cray-cray, you know. Off the couch, Chael, you know. Spider Silva. Roy back up, boys. Roy back up.
Get the fuck out of here.
I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't.
Oh, man.
I don't want to see him in the UFC again. I think that's good. But why not?
Listen, you're saying you wouldn't mind it.
No, I wouldn't.
But
at
do
all.
you see it happening?
Yes, I actually could see that happening.
No.
I could see Chael dusting off. Why? Why not?
I wouldn't mind seeing it, but it will not happen. That's not gonna. That's silly, Moss. That's a little silly if you ask me.
Like, they're cordial now, and Anderson Silva was saying that, you know, he would like to hang out with Chael and yada yada yada. Anderson Silva's a complete class act, and Chael now, you know, in hindsight, has been very classy. Besides the Jon Jones thing, he's been pretty classy about everything else. But that trash talk between, well, it wasn't even between Chael and Anderson.
Yeah.
It was just Chael just destroying Anderson.
Listen, and Savage makes a good point in the chat that Coker will try and make it happen. Of course, Scott Coker is going to try and capitalize on the opportunity.
It would be great,
but that's not going to happen.
And let me say why. Another reason why it'd be great. Bellator is trash right now. It's complete trash. Every time I see a new poster for Bellator, I'm like, I don't care. Corey Anderson's fighting this Thursday. I bet a lot of you didn't even know.
I knew.
Well, Twitter helps, but I feel like it's tough. You know, if I'm not on social media, you know, there's no buzz. You know, if I have friends that are UFC fans, they're not going to be like, hey, Bellator is coming up, yippee-ki-yay. I mean, we know fighters in Bellator, but it's not like they're calling us up and be like, hey, you got to watch Bellator. Like, no one, there's no buzz. You got to watch Bellator. But if you put Chael and Anderson back in the mix and you go back to what they were doing before where they're having like those circus fights and stuff, yeah, I mean, Chael's what, 43? Anderson's 45? Let's go.
First of all, I think it kind of ruins the like mysticism of their kind of back and forth, you know? I feel like it kind of, I don't know, it just kind of squashes that.
Well, there's no mysticism. The first fight...
Or what's the word I'm looking for? Maybe not mysticism. There's a word that I'm looking for.
I don't know. I think there's some people out there.
The allure of their... I don't know. It just ruins it somehow for me.
Sorry, was that Gronkowski? Yeah, that was Gronkowski. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I would tune into that Bellator. You know, yes, they're way past their prime, but I would like to see a third. I would like to see the trash talk. I would like to see Chael Sonnen talking about Anderson Silva's people playing in the mud again. I'm down with that.
Yeah, I don't even think that's going to happen, though. And I think that's another thing that could ruin it. Because they're older and a little more put together, I feel like the trash talk's not going to be as good as it was. And I don't know. I just feel like it's not going to be what you think it is. And it's just going to kind of ruin it.
The problem is there are a lot of fans now that just jumped on. There are a lot of fans that didn't watch Chael versus Anderson. It feels like yesterday, but it really wasn't. Like, when was Chael Anderson, when was the first one? Was it 2011
I do not
or
recall.
some shit?
I remember I had to go back and watch it. I had to go back and watch the replay because I wasn't an MMA fan when that happened.
Sonnen Silva 2 was 2012.
Yeah.
Right?
So it was a long time ago. Yeah, a lot of people
so, I mean,
like
think
myself, if they never went back and watched it, you know, then it's going to be a little harder for them to fall into the hype.
When was Sonnen Silva 1? I mean, Silva Sonnen 1, I should say. What year was that?
If any, they better do it for big money. I mean, it just wouldn't make sense, though. Like, it would be kind of cool, but at the same time, I feel like it would kind of ruin things.
Why? What
I
do
told
I get
you
to
why.
lose? Get paid.
Older,
2010.
Like, it would just be harder to respect Bellator, too, for putting that together.
It's been 10 years since Sonnen Silva won. 10 years. So, I mean, did they get that touchdown? Did they do it? No, they didn't. Okay, sorry. I apologize to absolutely nobody. Why not? I think the newer fans, though, might not give a fuck because they weren't around for that shit, you know. Two old guys fighting in Bellator, whoop-de-fucking do. But I think it would be fun for people that have been watching for the last at least 10 years.
Oh, oof.
What?
Oof.
Did he score a touchdown? Oh, good.
Oof, Moss.
And the Buccaneers have
wide open. Wide open.
Like we said earlier, we're going to be very distracted. They'll go for 2 points here. And oh, my God. Anyway, let's see, chat. Would you be interested in a Sonnen Silva? Well, it's not a trilogy, but third fight.
Let's go Bucks, says Matt Stone. Uncle Gabbage, wait, you have respect for Bellator, JVH? Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I mean, seriously. Bellator's, they need help. They need some ratings.
Uncle Pale says that's the fight to make. Anderson versus Chael versus Weidman for the 24/7 belt.
And let me say this, too. Let me say this. How many of you give a fuck about Bellator? Think about that.
Here's the thing.
How many give a fuck about Bellator?
Here's the thing,
You
Moss.
probably will watch the third fight.
Bellator has capitalized. Look at this shit. They didn't get it.
Good.
They
That's
didn't
good.
get it.
That's great.
Bellator has capitalized on old names that have been swarmed in from UFC retirements for years now. They also capitalize on big names that are nearing the end of their retirement that are just trying to like hold on to that last thread of their MMA career. Look at Fedor Emelianenko. Chael Sonnen did it for a long time. They have people in their league that are fun to watch, but the reason you don't hear about it is because nobody thinks about them anymore once they retire from the bigger organization or whatever they were originally doing.
But you don't think Fedor worked in Bellator? Like,
I do
people
think
watched.
he worked. Yeah, we watched.
Yeah.
I do think he worked. I think a lot of them worked. But the problem is because they're old greats, people forget because the new greats are coming in.
The only reason why I was watching was when they brought the old guys out. It's the only reason why I was watching. These new kids that are coming up.
And all those old guys are gone now.
Yeah, but these new kids, these studs that are coming up, like the AJ McKees and shit like
Mir.
that, do you still say, oh shit, AJ McKee is fighting a can, let me stop everything and watch that? No.
Because here's the thing. The new greats come in through the UFC. Any new great that comes in through Bellator, it's very difficult to hear people talking about them because Bellator doesn't get watched that much anyways. The old greats go to Bellator when they're holding on to the last thread of their career. So when you see Anderson Silva and Chael Sonnen over at Bellator, yeah, it's going to be exciting because, you know, they were UFC great, but it's not going to be as widely talked about as if it were to take place in the UFC.
Tell you what, Bellator is better when they had jokey fights. You know, build your roster.
Chael Sonnen versus Anderson Silva 3 is kind of a jokey fight.
Yes. I want that. I want the third. I don't want Bellator. But if you put Silva and Chael again there, yes, the reminiscent side of me would be like, yeah, I want this. I want it.
What?
I want it, man. Because Thursday night, you have Corey Anderson versus who? Who is he fighting? Hold on.
I don't even know who's on the card.
Exactly. You don't even give a fuck. But if Chael and fucking Anderson were getting back in there.
The UFC hasn't really been pushing this card.
Oh, you know Scott Coker's like, hey, okay, how much money we got to work with?
Manif.
Yeah, Manhof.
Hof.
Fucking 32-14-0 and won. Oh, this is that fucking the guy that jacked up dude that everyone's talking about. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know anything about this guy. Everyone's like, you don't know who Manhof is? No, I don't care.
I remember when we announced this fight and everybody was saying that it was going to be a good fight.
Yeah, everyone's like pumped up. What the fuck happened to Corey Anderson's face? Holy shit.
What do you mean? It's
like
balloon.
Jay Smooth stung by a bunch of bees.
My foot was up on the
Can you get a picture of Jay Smooth?
It looks like him, right?
Is there a picture on Twitter or something? Can someone post a picture on the website so we can compare?
That's fucking hysterical. Someone please, on the
website.
You can send it to him on Twitter.
Someone post a picture of Jay Smooth, please.
That's what the fuck happened to Corey Hand? Did he go up light heavyweight? What is this like?
It's waterweight, Moss. Leave him alone.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ, Corey Anderson. Maybe he's inflating his nipples. Maybe, and it went up to his head. I don't know. So, yeah. So, Melvin Manhoef versus Corey Anderson. So, Corey Anderson's debut. Fortunes. Like, who cares? You got Vanderford, Mr. Van Zant fighting. A guy from CES, by the way.
This wasn't supposed to happen, this fight, though.
Yeah, this kid's stepping in. So, he'll get smashed by Vanderford.
No, Vanderford's stepping in.
Is he?
Yeah.
No, the kid's from CES that he's fighting. What are you talking about?
No, it was, here, let me, I'm pretty sure. Hold on.
Vanderford was fighting someone else. And this kid, De Jesus from CES.
Oh, yes, you're right. Chris Curtis left. And now, De Jesus came in. You're right.
Yeah. Come on. No one gives a fuck about this. The Bellator needs some help. Let's help him. Let's all say, hey, Coke. Anderson Silva still wants to fight. Let's dust Chael off and let's get this party going. All right. We got some donations here.
Wonderful.
D-Rest.
Death is for the ones who think they are going to do it.
Death is for the ones who think they are going to do it.
Sure is. D-Rest, what in the holy hell is going on, man? Thank you for the
Yeah,
donation.
I saw them. There were like 4 of them in the chat earlier today, and they were like, it's like just nonsense. It's so ridiculous.
Wonderful, wonderful.
First down,
Roberto.
Guys, I lost a bet to Pulse. He won an MM-HOLES shirt, but he's scared to send his address to me. Can I send you the payment plus shipping and an extra $1 for your troubles?
He's scared to send his address to you? What? We'll talk about it on Discord.
Oh, God.
Pulse's bets always come with a catch. Everything's a catch with that guy.
Bellator is done. It will be gone in 2 years. They just lost their biggest cash cow and most well-known fighter to the UFC in Michael Chandler. I think a MMA-HOLES fighting championship would average more viewers than Bellator does.
Yeah.
For sure.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I can't say Fook Bellator. Gives people jobs.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Marvin.
It's a mess.
Empire. Them. Trapped soul inside the crystal. The deer. Peacocks in the valley. Reds. Hair. Jackets in the mist. Hair types off the dryer. Incumbent waters. Them. 2145. Lost in winds. Of times. Slinky. Green, yellow, red, and gold. Apple. Yellow pants.
What is happening?
I agree with everything that person said, Marvin.
Wonderful, wonderful.
D-Rest.
Or Jesse, shut it.
Oh, shit, Jesse. You want to take
What
that?
did I do now? Like, he's going after everybody. It's crazy.
He's on a roll tonight.
You know what I did? I know what I did. I know how I pissed him off. I went in the chat, and I told him to stop acting. Like, I basically told them all to shut up. Because they were, like, being, like, weird. They were, like, telling each other they were going to kill each other and shit like that. Like, bizarre shit.
They're self-destructing. We have 3 hours of show tonight, courtesy of Sunosi. Thank you again for Sunosi.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful donation. We'll have some phone lines opened up to discuss Anderson Silva getting finished by Uriah Hall. We'll move from Bellator. I mean, Jesus. Did the Giants get that first down, Jesse?
I don't know.
Looks
I
like
didn't
it.
see.
It looks like it. They made a nice play on second down. Made the first here. Oh, man, move those chains. All right, so Anderson Silva, Uriah Hall. Uriah Hall, by the way, he's getting shit on from the boss. He's getting shit on from the media. He's getting shit on all over the place. He doesn't pull the trigger, yada, yada, yada. It's like, listen, he's a moody guy from Queens that has flashes of good fighter and flashes of sucky fighter. Just let him be who he is. He knocked out Anderson Silva. All right. But Dana White kind of fucking shit on him.
I think Dana White feels a little bit embarrassed because he let Anderson Silva get in with a guy who could easily have knocked him out, but he went with the assumption that wasn't going to happen, right?
What was Uriah supposed to do? Like, is he supposed to blow him like Izzy did?
Well,
like, Izzy basically pulled out his fucking Brazilian cock. Was like,
I think the frustration lies in the fact that Uriah Hall in his most recent fights hasn't really shown the intent to knock out. Like, he hasn't really given the level of striking that he showed against Anderson Silva in his most recent fights. So everyone was under the assumption that Uriah Hall was just kind of a bum. And then against Anderson Silva, a great of the greats, you know, now all of a sudden he wants to pull out his massive striking and knock the guy out on his retirement fight. Like, I can kind of understand where a little bit of the frustration comes from, but at the same time, nobody should have made the assumption that Uriah Hall was going to lose.
Uriah Hall is a head case. We've known this from The Ultimate Fighter. It's not that he's afraid to pull the trigger and this and that. The dude's got mental problems. Like, he legit, you can tell there's screws loose in this man's head. I think he means, well, caught the ball. Let's move the chain some more. Get in that fucking end zone, cunts. 10-yard line.
Wonderful, wonderful.
A 1-6 team. I don't give a fuck because the NFC East is dog shit. And I'm in it. I'm in this game. Now, the game will be over shortly, and then you won't have to worry about my NFL Tourette's, but I'm highly distracted right now. Come on, man. Like, we know what Hall is. We know what he is here. Maybe he can pull his head together and be kind of fun, put on some fun fights. He had some amazing comebacks. He knows how to knock a fool out. Everyone's shitting on the guy. He's just a moody fuck.
You are not an official, but I will dead the garbage.
What?
I like when DRS gets into these weird zones. I kind of like it, man, because it keeps everyone on their toes. It's like, is he going to kill us all? What's going on here? I just want to see this play right here. Was that? Oh my god! Did they fumble? Wait. Are they showing highlights from earlier in the game? Okay, Jesus, I got fucking nervous for a second. Anyway, how many people in the chat are watching this fucking game? It's a Monday night game.
Monday night.
I mean, it's a big game. 5-2, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They have Tom Brady, a 43-year-old quarterback who still got it. Giants about to go in. They're down by 1.
Yikes.
Right. So yeah, cut Uriah a break here, man. Cut Uriah a break. Right? Just cut him a break.
He did his job, right? He did his job. He came in, he got the win. He won by knockout.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Uncle Gabbage.
What up, Uncle?
Goddamn, I can't wait till this election is over so all celebrities shut up.
Oh, my
Hey
God.
Billy Baldwin, nobody cares about yours or any actor's opinion. You are all clowns here to entertain us, so dance clowns.
It's
Not
true.
talking about you guys, of course.
It's true. Like, I am not going to dive into any of that stuff. I have my beliefs, but
I feel like Moss dives into it more than I do.
no, I dive in to make fun of people and then I just kind of leave. But yeah, the people that preach and so pushy with their political opinions they can choke on a bunch of cocks with AIDS. That's what I say. AIDS-filled cocks, as Bill Burr would say. Smothered in AIDS.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Vlad.
Yo, Mose. What is it with Brady against these New York niggers? How's this game that close?
I tell you, Brady, it's a curse, man. Even with a fucking
Daniel Jones is rubbing off on Tom Brady.
a close together-eyed mongoloid Daniel Jones quarterback.
He's rubbing off on him.
Yeah, Brady just can't get it done, man. I know they're up by 1. They're going to lose this game. The Tampa Bay Brady's. Thank you, Vlad. Thank you, Uncle Gabbage, and everyone that's donated tonight. Now, like I said, there's there's a Giant game going on right now. New York Giants 1-6. They're ending up the third quarter? 22 seconds.
Wonderful,
So
wonderful.
Chrome to
Game's
your
almost done.
dome.
Well, that doesn't make sense because Hall has now won 6 of his last 7 wins by knockout.
it's crazy, man. Chrome, it's a good point there, right? Yo, Uriah.
It's interesting that everyone expected him to come in being timid and, not willing to throw.
He once he pulls it, he beat Antonio Carlos Jr. We all know this guy is fucking good. He defeated Bavon Lewis, knocked him the fuck out. Paulo Costa, he looked great in the beginning of that fight, then kind of shit the bed. Yoko knocked that fool out.
Stop.
Lost to Gegard, that was the rematch. Brunson lost to Brunson, a little fiery beginning over there. Lost to Robert Whittaker, the former champ. Beat Gegard that one time. He knocked Gegard the fuck out. We all know Gegard's good. Bambos, the ground and pound. Like, the guy, he's got it in him. The problem is he's 36 years old now. So now is the time. If he's going to make a little bit of a push, some noise, not saying he's going to win a belt, but he has the tools. He just has to pull his shit together. He's always angry at the media. I don't know what that's about. But he always looks like he's going to fucking punch one of the media members. But I just think he's a fucking head case. I follow him on social media. He seems like he has a sense of humor. I don't know. Maybe he just hates... Well, he doesn't hate white people because he's banging a white broad, right?
I don't think he hates white people, no.
No, it's not the white people's fault.
Wonderful,
He
wonderful.
hates everybody.
The rest.
Matt Stone.
Matt Stone.
Matt Stone?
What
What did
about-
Matt Stone do?
I don't know.
I feel like everybody's done something to de-rest. Like, I don't know. I feel like I feel like you just get mad at everybody for something.
Well, maybe he's just trying to push people's buttons.
I don't know what the agenda
I
is.
think of it like this. I think D-Rest. We met D-Rest. He's a nice guy. He's actually a really nice guy.
Yeah, it's why it's weird that he's acting like this.
I think what happens. Hold on. I'm
Wonderful,
going to give my
wonderful.
theory and let D-Rest tell me if it's the truth.
I can't make heads or tails of this cryptic shite you guys send most of the time anyway. Then again, I have Evil Bill I gotta deal with, so I'm not tracking as it is. Fuck the book in tears.
That's right.
He says Matt is brother. Okay.
Oh, okay, cool. I think D-Rest, before some of these MMA hole streams, has a platter of booze and drugs. And I feel that he just does everything that's in front of him. Like, he's like, okay,
You
for
say that
today's...
about everybody.
No, I think D-Rest goes for it. I really think whatever's on the table. I don't know
you
what's...
say that about
I think
everybody.
he's just like, let's fucking bump that, sniff this, drink that. Whatever the hell's here, I'm going to put in my body and let's party.
So at this point, you think about 50% of the chat has a platter of booze
No.
and drugs.
This is D-Rest.
So you say that about everybody.
I think I have a feeling, and maybe I'm wrong, Uncle D-Rest. Maybe I'm wrong,
Oh, God.
but I feel that there's a concoction of things that you've dabbled into, and maybe you're having a good time. And
I don't know.
I'm just trying to make sense of this, but it's all right. I could be wrong.
All right. So.
All right, so let's get into the first story. Let's talk Uriah and Anderson. You got anything on these two boys?
I do, but I have one that I put in last minute before that. So if you go to the news, you just got to refresh.
Give me this story so we get it out of the way.
Well, there's a couple, Moss.
All right.
Anderson Silva's at peace with his retirement after his TKO loss versus Uriah Hall.
What about this stance, his famous stance over here, that squat? And you notice like Jon Jones does it. A lot of fighters kind of said, hey, you know, this legendary pose over here. He must have amazing bowel movements. You know? Like that is the form for a perfectly smooth bowel movement to flow out of his ass. Do you think he sits on the toilet bowl like that too and just releases it?
There's a study that if you sit like that.
Yeah, squatty potty. Right, that is the squatty potty position.
There's a study that's like the natural way for your body to release bowels easily.
That's why he won so much.
So I bet he does shit like that on the pot.
Hey, I'm gonna sit on top of the bowl and do my pose and just defend belts and shit. Shit perfectly and defend belts.
I sit like that on the pot.
I probably couldn't do that. But it's amazing watching a guy that's 45 years old get in that position. If I got in that position, I wouldn't be able to get back up.
Wonderful.
All right. So basically, not much to read here. He says he's at peace. He posted something on Instagram, thanking his fans and stuff like that.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find it. Hold on.
Wonderful.
We get to Jon Jones running around with a shotgun too. That's a great story.
The is not for the weary moss. Don't be so correct.
So I think he said him right. I think.
So he's saying he is doing.
I think he's having a good time.
D-Rest?
I don't know what he's taking.
You are consuming alcohol and drugs.
It's Monday night. Let's fucking party. I'm with him.
Wonderful.
Let's have a good time.
Chrome.
It's Monday.
I sit on the pot backwards.
I do the same thing sometimes.
Sit on the pot backwards.
Right there. It's right there.
Do you do that, Jesse? You sit on it backwards?
Yeah. Sometimes when I'm feeling a little frisky.
Are you serious? Or are you joking?
Dead serious.
I think I could see her doing that. That's why I'm like,
sitting on the.
I don't know.
Backwards?
I see it as something that you would do. That's why I'm like, wait, is she fucking for real?
Oh God, I do.
What am I looking for?
So this is
Hi, look at the side of my face.
This is the post he made thanking his fans. I don't know if. Can you scroll a little bit? What are you doing?
Look at me here. What am I going?
Scroll on the comment section.
On this?
Yeah, just a little bit. And push.
It's in Portuguese.
Yeah, I don't know. Hold on.
I think, can't you hit like translate or something like that?
Yeah, there
Doesn't
should be a
Instagram have
translate
thing?
button.
Report. No. How dare you? How dare you speak Portuguese? Can anyone translate this
Just
thing?
put it in Google Translate real quick. Copy it and then type it.
Will it read it out?
Yeah.
That'd be great if it read it out. Okay, hold on.
Copy it.
I'm going to do this. Copy.
Now go to Google Translate.
All right, let's do that.
Just go to Google, type in translate. Okay. Now paste it in there.
Okay, let's see if this works. Paste.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Okay, ready?
Okay.
No, I got it. I got it for you.
He says, "You are incredible. Really, thank you."
Wait, I can't read it?
Why are you?
I don't know. Isn't it supposed to read?
Scroll down, maybe.
I want the
right there.
Yeah, here we go.
Wonderful.
I'll do this with the stories too.
Izzy is Anderson born again.
Izzy is Anderson born again.
Not
I mean,
the same, but
when Izzy came out, we were like, holy shit, this guy's like, if they smushed Anderson and Jon Jones together and made one person. Like, that's what it felt like. They smushed them together. Hold on, there's a bomb down the field. Brady throws it, and perfection in the secondary. Giants stop at 3rd and 10.
Wow.
Oh, sorry. Beauty. Okay.
You were incredible. Really, thank you to each of you. Of course, I really wanted to win and give this last victory to all of you. But everything inside is different, and in final thanks to all of you. For all these years together of victories, defeats, etc., now I will take care of the countless old injuries, give a recover in the body. Once again, thank you all. Kiss my people.
Kiss my penis? What? That, by the way, that's how we should read the news from now on. Jesse, we can substitute that with Robot Jesse.
What, you don't like Jesse's voice?
How about Robot Jesse?
I get it, Moss. I get it.
Oh, Brady down. When you put pressure on Tom Brady, he's not so goat-like anymore. What about that? What do you guys think about Robot Jesse? Should that be the new news person? I didn't pay attention to what it said, though. What did it say?
He's basically just thanking his fans, and it didn't end the way he wanted it to, but he's okay with it.
Okay.
Blah, blah, blah. You know?
All right. He's a class act, though. All right, so the question is, and maybe we'll ask on the phone line, should he retire? I know everyone's going to say, retire.
Wonderful, wonderful.
One is the one. MMA-HOLES for life. God bless the fools who think net.
That's right.
Who think knit.
If any of you think knit,
Don't think knit.
you're going to catch these hands.
Because MMA holds for life.
He's very supportive of that DRS. Thank you very much, man.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Think knit.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
thanks, Elisa, or Elisa, however you pronounce your name. That was so nice of you to say. You're such a kind person, I can tell.
they don't like your voice?
So annoying.
So
Maybe I'll just talk more then.
he's at peace, huh? With the UFC retirement. He's at peace. But do you think that's it? What do you think? If you had to put your money where your mouth is, would you put money on the fact that he is going to retire
Yeah.
for good, or will he come back in another promotion?
Yeah, I would say I'd say he's done for.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay.
Wrap it up.
So chat, let me know. Yes, retired for good? Or no, he's probably going to pop up someplace else.
Don't think dint says Ant and more PVZ voices. Matt Stone, Valid Rowdy, he'll be back. Roberto says easy normal. Steve Sparks, he fights at least 3 more times. Roberto says yes. Manny C. Bellator is where dreams go to die. It's like being a personal trainer or selling real estate. Uncle Champ says yes, sir. Retired for good says Glide. Uncle Gavage, Robot PVZ voice JBH. Yes, yes, yes. Nah, PVZ voice is better. Retire. Fook Brazil. One Mo. There's a grandpa emoji in the chat. Bellator. Listen to his interview. It seems Bellator. Well, he did express an interest in wanting to move on to other organizations. I don't think Anderson Silva can really be stopped, but at the same time, eventually he's gonna feel enough is enough. Like just with his body alone, you know, his body's gonna break down, especially after being someone who's, you know.
He was in pretty good shape, I got to say. Anderson
But
looked good.
You have to think how much his body's endured over
His
time.
chin, it's not his body, it's his chin. His chin is clearly gone. Like his chin is just broken down. That thing gets touched in the right way. His eyes just roll immediately back into his head. Not saying that Uriah doesn't have pop, he does. But I mean, I don't know. When Anderson was defending that belt, I have a feeling he could have caught that punch, or that punch probably wouldn't even hit him. But yeah, his chin is suspect now. It's sus.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Chrome.
You know Bellator is going to shit when their biggest draw is a tranny.
I have like this bad thing. We can't lose Bellator though. We can't. We need Bellator to start. I mean, they're with CBS Sports, right? That's a good sign.
Just as of late, though.
We need them to not completely fall apart, because I think the UFC needs other organizations, big organizations. Like they have a lot of regional, places where they feed from, but we need. Man, I wish Strikeforce is back. Is there a way to get Strikeforce back? How do we do? Can we get into a time machine and just grab Strikeforce and then throw it now? It'd be great. The 1-2 punch of the UFC and Strikeforce. It'd be great. We would have no life. We would just be watching those two. But Bellator, I can pass on. I've had nights where I'm like, it's free on YouTube. I'd rather stare at the wall.
I'd rather stare
weird.
at you, Moss.
Maybe it's the circle cage. I don't know. But when it was on Spike TV and they had real circus shit, I used to laugh and be like, what is this shit? But yet watch. I had to watch. Complete train wrecks, and I would have to still tune in. Now it's like, unless we know someone on the prelims that's going to fight, what do we give a fuck about?
Yeah, you're not interested.
I mean, James Gallagher, they're giving him these guys that they're complete layups.
Oh!
We almost saw a Beckham catch.
He always overthrows.
It's like, what are we doing? Daniel Jones. Fucking Daniel Jones. Anyway, let's get to another story
Get
over
us
here.
a new quarterback.
Yeah, Daniel Jones is hot trash.
Look
But
at
you know
this.
what?
Completely overthrew it.
Let me just say this as we get back into the NFL. I feel that Daniel Jones is atrocious, right? But I feel if they can work this system, they can win some games. He's got wheels on him. He can throw.
But how many times does he have to rush before the team picks
He's got to
up
fix
on
his
him?
turnover problem. That's what he's got to do. You fix that. You tighten up your turnover problem.
Get rid of him.
I don't fucking know.
Get rid of him.
But anyway, let's go back into MMA. How about that? Ponzi back. We all thought this guy fell off the face of the earth. First down Giants. Ponzinibbio.
Yeah.
What do we got with him?
Santiago Ponzinibbio is interested in a Colby Covington fight, saying he'd knock him out, Moss.
I would like that. Colby's not going to take that.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Aaron Pico. Remember that hype job? Dude
Yeah.
got slapped by a Burger King manager.
Aaron Pico, he's training with Jackson Wink. They say he has all the tools to be something special still. He's still young. But like him, what's his face? God damn it. The fucking kid that we know. What the hell's his name? That got cut? Why do I forget his name? And we know him. He got cut. He just got cut recently. You know, Mike Kimball.
Oh, Mike Kimball.
That kid was supposed to be the
Wonderful.
next thing. And he just got cut.
He was on
Why
a
do you
downward
and
slope,
everyone
though.
else hate me? Even though nobody really talks about me. JBH is a bitch. We're allowed to give you shit, you're not allowed to make fun of us. You hurt my little feelings.
Aw.
12-1. Sugar is the greatest fighter ever.
Nah.
McGregor and Khabib suck.
That's not RX. I'm telling you that right now. That's definitely not RX. We all know that's not RX. All right. Is that a fake RX? So what's up with Ponzi? Is he really wants Colby
So,
Covington, right? And
according-
Colby Covington's not going to fight him.
According to Adam Gillen of MMA Mania, Colby Covington parted ways. Watch him get sacked. Watch. He's going to get sacked.
Oh, he just got picked. Fuck!
Wonderful, wonderful.
Even better, Jesse. There it is, the turnover fucking problem.
Jesse, time your hair to match me and the holes will blast the UFC. Doubt that.
What?
Time your hair to match mess, or I think he's saying Moss, and the holes will blast the UFC. Doubt
Why
that.
the fuck would I do that?
I don't know. Here comes Daniel Jones again. So in case you don't know, Daniel Jones is the Giants quarterback. He is a young kid that,
Look at this shit.
they get rid of Eli Manning. He moves, he throws,
Boop.
he gets
right
picked.
into his hands. Literally right into his
You know why?
hands.
Because he's eye fucking his receivers as usual. And the secondary's watching his eyeballs. And they're saying, oh, I'll take that. Motherfucker. Anyway, sorry about that. Any Tampa Bay fans in the chat?
What a fucking joke.
Great pass, Jones. Yeah, the guy is, I mean, his turnover problem is it's unbelievable.
So frustrating. Okay.
Danny Dimes.
So, Colby Covington parted ways with ATT due to ongoing beef he had with several of his stablemates, including Dustin Poirier and Jorge Masvidal. Now that he is no longer part of the famed gym, home to numerous former champions, the atmosphere seems to be a lot better. That's according to Santiago Ponzinibbio, who recently told MMA Junkie that leaving was the only option for Colby Covington after creating all of the tension. And while he had never had anything personal against Chaos, Ponzinibbio says they were never friends, even if they did share training sessions. To that end, he says a fight between he and Covington would be fireworks and says he'd knock out the Trump-supporting combatant.
Let me think about this for a second. Let me put this in my head. First of all, Colby's looking to get paid. He's looking to get back into that title thing. He wants Jorge. He would want no part of Ponzinibbio because he's a big problem, Ponzi. I think Ponzinibbio, he could beat Colby. Although it was a big layoff. But if he's anything of what he was before, I think he could smash Colby. What do you think? Who would win that fight?
I mean, I feel like it'd be smart to say Colby, but Ponzinibbio is extremely well-rounded, so
I'm telling you, man.
I don't know, maybe Ponzi?
Big, strong dude. A lot of people are going to say Colby because it's like they seen him fight lately.
I'm just glad
But
Ponzi's back in the mix. Like, we've missed him. He's been on the shelf for quite some time with injuries and stuff like that, so it's nice to see him back in the mix of calling people out and stuff like that.
Ponzi would be a problem. Ponzi would be a problem for him. But, yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to see that fight. It doesn't fucking matter. Even us trying to think, oh, well, who would win that fight?
I mean, it is interesting.
So he's not. Did they throw him back on the rankings? Well, I guess Wednesday.
I don't know.
I don't know where he would sit. I can't remember where he was.
I think it was like somewhere in the middle.
Hold on. Let's do this. He was fairly high. I'm gonna say he was like top 10 or some shit, somewhere around there. Oh, what am I looking at? I'm looking at the welterweights. Here we go. Yeah, I don't think he's back on there. I still don't understand. Why did they pull him off though? If he's coming back, like I don't.
They tried to kill me tonight, but they missed. My turn, mofos.
They tried to kill you tonight. Who tried to kill you? See, like I said, Jesse, there's a platter in front of him.
As I'm saying, like his behavior is extremely like.
He's having a good time.
Like weird.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Gonna be a lot of salty motherfuckers in this hoe Wednesday when their boy Trump gets the can. Hashtag Chrome 2020.
Oh, God.
I hope you win, Chrome. I hope you win.
Oof.
Yeah, I got a little discussion today with a neighbor about it, and I'm not voting.
What's the neighbor? Like liberal or Republican?
He leans more left, but he tries to stay in the middle. Just not a big Trump fan. Which, I mean, that's the case with a lot of people. We know Republicans.
Not a big Trump fan. Why? Because
I don't know. I don't want to get into it, to be honest. Like it's such a dopey conversation. Like I will watch the election tomorrow. I'm curious, of course, but no. And I'm not. And the reason why I'm not voting, I know everyone's like, you play your part, this and that. I don't. I am leaning in a direction, yes, but it's not enough. It's not. I'm leaning pretty heavily in a direction, but it's not enough
to make or break you.
Yeah, I think we're fucked both ways.
You're right.
Like bad. Like
right.
there are bad parts in both sides. I think I'm hoping one side wins, but it's not enough to get me to vote. So
you're right, Moss.
So vote, and I hope you guys vote, and I hope your person wins. That's it. So we don't have to talk about this anymore.
Trent says, I think there's massive riots beginning tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah, I saw on social media they're boarding up New York in Brooklyn. They're boarding up the like businesses and stuff in preparation for whatever happens.
Have we ever seen an election where people are boarding up fucking windows before the election? In New York, like they're just boarding up fucking windows.
So dumb.
Like this is the fucking world we live in. Let's get you out of that world. Let's talk about MMA and football. How about that? I know you don't want to talk about football, but it's on, and
some do.
And I'm here. Okay, so Ponzinibbio, Colby Covington. Would you like to see Jesse? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
You would.
Yes.
You would want to see Colby Masvidal?
I would.
Wait.
I find it interesting.
You wouldn't. Oh, my boy got popped over there. 1st and 20. Oh, God. There's 9 minutes left in this game and 42 seconds. You would like to see Colby Covington,
I would mind
Ponzinibbio over Masvidal Covington.
Oh, I did not say that.
Yeah, because that's the question I asked.
Don't put words in my mouth. You just said, would you like to see it? Yes, I would like to see it, but not over Masvidal Covington. You said, would you like to see it?
Jesse, that was the question.
The question was, would you like to see it? I said yes. You did not say over
Okay,
Masvidal
all right. Well,
Covington.
I'll give you your little distraction.
So over Masvidal Covington, no.
Okay. So let's make the Masvidal Covington fight. Let's do this. Jorge, the fuck you waiting for? Sign the papers. Sign the contract. Speaking of sign the contract, Poirier and McGregor, Poirier is like, yo, send me the contract. Stop clowning me right now. What's going on here? We can't get fights. People aren't signing contracts. Why isn't McGregor signing a contract? Why isn't contract sent? What's going on with Jorge and Covington? These two were supposed to fight. Why did it all just fizzle away? The election?
Someone's hurt.
Maybe. Well, he got popped, man.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Oh, they got a first down. Jesus Christ.
Why can't we vote like America Idol? Why do we have to get in line like we're in school going to lunch? Call a number, press 1 from Trump, press 2 for Biden, press 3 for Chrome. Chrome phone home.
Oh, my God. Could you fucking imagine? Well, one day it's going to get to that point. One day.
Yeah.
I guess because it's too easy to like rig those types of things, you know?
With my luck, I'd vote tomorrow and get the coronavirus. That'd be I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'm going to vote.
Wonderful.
And then I get the coronavirus and die.
It wasn't Chrome supposed to call in and tell us about the one summer that he interned for the Tiger King Joe Passage? And me and Smokey Robinson have a lot in common, except he sung track of my tears and I sung tracks in my forearms. I love cracker orcs.
Oh shit! I don't know if D-Rest meant to do this, but we're farting on Jesse! Oh my God, D-Rest! Holy shit! Come on, everyone in the chat, fart. D-Rest is going crazy tonight. Yeah, baby. Hey, D-Rest. Yeah, thank
Death
you.
to Ermom and everyone else who wants to go save the show.
I love my mom. Thank you very much.
We already have like 2 more weeks of saves thanks to Sonosi.
Whew.
So,
That was a little mean.
man, he wants. Well, it could be my mom too. He might want to kill my mom. Thank you, D-Rest. All right. Wow, D-Rest is completely taken over. By the way, I see Justin. Before I forget, I see Justin in the chat.
What the heck?
Go check out his channel. He interviewed the mighty Bruce Buffer. So shout out to Justin Jr. doing big things over there. Fucking 13 years old and getting the big interviews. Good job, Justin. All right. So let's move on. We got a circus show tonight. It's a Monday night. We're here for your entertainment and to confuse you with our words and visuals and donations.
So, Dana White says Anderson Silva should never fight again after his loss to Uriah Hall.
I don't blame him. And he felt guilty. He felt guilty about letting Anderson get in there. He should.
Wonderful.
He almost got him killed.
Headbutt. That's going to be a flag.
Was no intern.
See,
I
told
had to
you.
be one of his hoes for a summer for getting caught stealing street signs out by his zoo.
Was no intern. I had to be one of his hoes for a summer for getting caught stealing street signs.
I am very confused.
Oh, he's talking about Tiger King.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha. Thank you, Chrome. All right, so what did speak to me about? By the way, Dana White, his post-fight press conference, a lot of stuff. He let out a lot of news stories came out of that post-fight press conference.
According to Blake Schuster of Bleacher Report, Saturday night was supposed to see the final UFC bout of Anderson Silva's career. Now the middleweight legend isn't so sure. His boss, on the other hand, is confident Silva is done. Following Uriah Hall's technical knockout of Silva in the 4th round of Saturday's main event at UFC Fight Night, UFC President Dana White expressed regret over letting the bout happen in the first place. White explained his belief that Silva's style would put him in danger as the latest crop of top fighters are too aggressive for Silva to keep up with. The 45-year-old Brazilian made that exceedingly clear against Hall as his laid-back defensive strategy backfired when Hall knocked him down twice with a right hand to the head. It doesn't sound like Silva agrees. What's going on? They get another touchdown? Oh. They're replaying it right now.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Oh, my God.
Mom is a scumbag and enter your parents.
Your mom is a scumbag.
Not your parents. Your mom is a scumbag, not your parents, I think he's trying to say. It's true. My mom is the biggest scumbag of all
Oh, are
time.
you saying your mom is a person?
Oh, your mom in the chat. I thought you were talking about my mom. My mom is a big scumbag. Terrible human
And
being.
not your. Oh, he's saying not your parents. He's not talking about our parents. He's talking about a person in the
Wonderful,
chat.
wonderful.
I need another crack rock worse than Ricky Martin needs another hit record. Or else what am I going to do with all this frillo? Have you ever sucked dick for crack? Because I have. Actually, who am I kidding? I'll suck dick simply because it's Monday.
Oof, fake D-Rest in the donos.
What is going on, man? We're good, Adrian. Thank you, Adrian.
Adrian!
Thank you for asking. Appreciate that.
Adrian!
It's still a full moon, right?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Kind of. Like
Somebody go tell Icebox to suit up. The little big giants need some help.
God. It's such a mess. I don't know why I put myself through this. I really don't know, but I think I just like punishment. All right, so anyway, Dana White didn't want Uriah to Anderson to,
pretty
to
much.
fight. Yet
Yeah.
he still let them make it happen. So
I mean-
well, he has 2 fights left in his contract. This was one, and he has one more. And even with
No, I
one
thought
more
this was
fight
his
left,
last one.
nope. Even with one more fight left on his contract, the
I didn't
UFC's
know
like, "Yep, we're good."
I didn't know he had one more.
Yeah, he has
Are
one
you
more.
sure?
Yep, I am
thought
positive.
this was it.
I watched his post-fight press conference. Did my homework, Jesse.
Oh, okay.
All right,
The more you know. Bum, bum, bum.
what do we got here?
Conor McGregor is urging Anderson Silva to keep fighting.
Yeah, baby. Listen, like I said before, though, okay, in the UFC, no, the UFC feels it's way past his prime, and they don't want to see him get hurt, blah, blah, blah. But when it comes down to it, Anderson Silva, all he knows is fighting, and he wants to make a little cash. So what is he going to do, be an accountant? No. If Bellator fucking signs him, let him fight over there with a helmet on or some shit. I don't know. Let him fight. Let him make money. Connor's right. Who are we to tell Anderson to stop fighting, Jesse? Let him get brain damage.
Yeah, see?
You know?
According to Mike Bone of MMA Junkie.
Oh, I know that guy.
Mike Bone. Yeah, you met him in Hooters.
Mike Bone was the guy. I actually had I had drinks with him, but he wasn't drinking. So
what's the name of the guy that we saw in Hooters?
No, that was John Morgan.
First question guy.
Morgan, Mr. Morgan.
Morgan.
Mr. Nonak.
Yes. Conor McGregor is not supportive of an Anderson Silva retirement after UFC and ESPN Plus 39, despite it being touted as his career swan song.
I didn't participate in his Q&A, Jesse. I should have. Yeah. I didn't get involved.
Whether that means Silva will officially call it quits or attempt to get out of his contract and fight elsewhere remains to be seen. McGregor, who has long teased his willingness to have a fight with Silva, however unrealistic, said the Brazilian shouldn't hang up his gloves. McGregor said if Silva's heart continues to desire competition, then there's somewhere out there that can be a good fit. Oh.
Let him be a ring girl.
He said, so sad to see tonight, but I say keep going.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I got some great news for Conor fans out there. I'll say after
You
this.
know, I was thinking I'm shocked there haven't been any trolls crying about how you are manipulating us into buying all your baby stuff. You trolls are slacking. And I think D-Rest is slowly turning into Hunter S. Thompson. Fear and loathing in MMA-HOLES.
Yeah, that's a little weird, right?
Gary did it in the beginning.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he did it.
But he retired.
He posted it on the website, actually.
By the way,
he tried doing that. And then he retired when he realized that we weren't going to put up with his shit because he started making some stupid threats and shit like that.
Uncle Mike H saying, how about a senior division? I'm really not opposed to that. I really am not.
Everyone keeps saying
I'm
that.
not opposed.
I think it's such a joke.
Why?
I feel like people are saying that to be funny. I don't think people actually mean a senior division.
So when Mike Tyson fights Roy Jones in a couple weeks, when the hell are they fighting? They're fighting soon. When that happens, will you be watching? Will you be entertained by a fucking 50-something-year-old man?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So this is what I'm saying. Limit the rules. You know what I'm saying? Like, no elbows, no knees. Don't do any of that crazy shit, you know? You can crack each other, make the gloves bigger. Make a division. Maybe make something that's, safer. Give them like retard helmets or something. I don't know. Special helmets.
I mean,
put football helmets on them. I don't know. But I feel like let them compete, but modify the rules or give them more padding or some shit like that. I don't fucking know.
Oh, my God.
The game's over, Jesse.
My God.
As Jason Pierre-Paul, former giant with not all of his fingers.
Watch this.
That must make him feel good.
Watch him pull a typical Jones. Holding onto the ball, tries to rush, and boom.
Oh, man. Jason Pierre-Paul. That dude helped the Giants out tremendously, and then he fucking blew his fingers off. Yeah, so... All right, this game is lost. Jesse, it's lost. Don't even pay attention to this shit anymore. We'll watch the score, but don't even pay attention. Let's get back into the show. This is stupid.
I say senior division is a little silly.
I don't think so. Why are you saying that these people can't work anymore? Why not give them a safe environment?
There's a retirement age window for a reason.
Give them a safe workplace.
It's not safe, Moss. That's the whole point of retiring in that window. Anderson Silva really pushed it, man, at 45. He really pushed it. You often don't see them go past 42.
Make a senior, not division, or make it like a senior tournament or some shit like that.
Do you know the amount of damage their bodies and their heads have taken throughout their career? And then you're going to make a senior division and be like, okay, let's continue the damage until you're a fucking vegetable.
Oh, Jesse. These people
Nobody
are
thinks
fighters.
About these things.
These people, let me put it to you this way. No matter what age you are, you sign up
look at that.
To fight in a cage.
Just recover
right?
the ball.
You sign up to... Did they just fumble the ball?
Yeah, they just recovered the ball.
Who, the Giants fumbled?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Why is she still watching this game? I told her to stop watching. We know it's going to happen. What the fuck was I talking? All right, Jess, can you tell me what I was talking about since you rudely interrupted me? What? A senior division, yeah, but there was a point I was making. And I don't fucking remember what it was now. I'm having a senior moment.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Damn, I had a really good point to make, and she's like, they fumbled the ball.
Don't blame me for your distraction.
Does anyone want to help me out?
How old are you?
Look what happened to Spider Silva. I just believe that these fighters... Oh, I know the point I was going to make. Thank you, Chris. The point I was going to make is these fighters sign up even at a young age to compete inside a cage, right? It's their life. It's their job. It's all they know. It's dangerous from day one. It's dangerous if you're a 20-year-old. It's dangerous if you're a fucking 45-year-old. You shouldn't be a 45-year-old fighting a guy in his prime. You should be fighting guys your age. So why not make it a little safer? You know? Make it a little safer. Modify the rules. And if they want to compete under the UFC umbrella, they got to go by those rules. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Jesse's like, no, you're not allowed to work anymore. Just go bag some groceries. Jesse's like...
I didn't say that they weren't allowed to work anymore. I said that they shouldn't be fighters anymore.
You're a terrible person. You're telling these people, these fighters, champions, you're saying not allowed to fight anymore. Go fucking to Walmart.
They can still train, Moss. They can still train other fighters, up and coming young fighters.
Yeah.
They don't have to leave.
Go stay in the gym.
They don't have to leave the MMA career or MMA realm just because they got old.
Go flip some burgers, Anderson Silva. We don't want to watch you fight anymore. You're too
old.
old.
Sponsored by Burger King.
Wonderful, wonderful.
D-Rest.
Me and the singer Adele have a lot in common. The biggest difference is that she sung Set Fire to Terrain, where I sang, set fire to the bottom of that spoon with that brown juice in it, then flick that vein, and ride the train. I love drugs.
Who's trolling D-Rest?
Wonderful.
Yes.
Come on, Garrett, you fucking bum-ass play caller. You want to win, put Booby in and watch him spin. So when are they gonna run the annexation of Puerto Rico?
Oh, man. Fucking Jason Garrett. Thank you, Chrome. Appreciate it.
Wonderful, wonderful.
It's going to be a weird night tonight, but we're going to have some fun.
Dressed. Your shit is laced with whooped up shit, bro. I don't think your dealer is the sus. Call an emergency meeting so we can help you figure this out.
We're here for your help. We're here to help D-Rest. Thank you, Evil Bill. Got a couple more coming in over here.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Dana White is against the senior division. Very dangerous, and the pay won't pay the bills. He was pissed at Oscar for having Chuck versus Tito went on a
Yeah, it
tantrum.
just doesn't make any sense.
Okay, so modify the rules.
How much more can you modify
Make the
sport?
gloves bigger. Make them bigger.
That's not going to prevent them from taking more damage to the head.
Maybe.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I don't know. Give them pillows.
Actually, I am turning into the one who you want to be.
Thank you. So, all right. So if the UFC doesn't want to do it, then if Bellator... So here's the thing, though. If Bellator takes them and they fight under, the regular rule set that everyone else is fighting under, it can get a little cringy. Yeah, you have 4-ounce gloves, you got elbows, you got knees, you got things that could be very devastating to these fighters. Maybe what Bellator should do if they take fighters in over... Like, they have guys fighting in their 50s. They don't give a fuck. Maybe Bellator should do something where they modify the rules. Maybe they should. But Bellator don't give a shit, right? I'm just trying to figure out the answer so guys can keep working. The problem is everyone can't be a commentator or a broadcaster or a podcast. Some of these fighters, they just don't have it. They don't have the charismatic personality to pull it off. They're very knowledgeable, most of these guys, but they just don't have that it factor where they're great inside an octagon. You put a mic in front of them, all of a sudden, they can get a job doing that. It's just not that easy. Some of these fighters are just fighters.
In the realm.
So just bury them inside a gym.
You can coach. They can coach. Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. There's got to be a way. It's Bellator.
There's plenty of ways.
All right, let's move on. We have 3 hours of show tonight. 2 hours left. Thank you to Sonosi. We will open up some phone lines. I do want to get to the Jon Jones. Actually, hold on a second. We should do two stories here.
Wonderful.
We should do the